Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Yu Shakti, working in Department of Computational Intelligence, School of Computing, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Katanglatur. We will see the introduction in data structures. The second part in first unit is called structures. What is structures? How to declare structures, how to access the variable declared in a structures, and what are the application of structures where we can use structure variable. First, we will see what is structure. Structure is a variable that can store multiple values of different data types. It is just opposite to array. What is array? Array is can store multiple values of same data type. In integer data type, all values are integer, all values are character, all values are string. For example, int a of 10. Uh, Array A can store maximum 10 values of only integer data types. That is array. Here, if we want to store multiple values of different data types under single name, we can go for structure. For example, student structure that can store student initial character data type, student name is a string data type, student age it is integer data type, the student average mark is a float data type. All values are stored under single name, that is called structure variable. So structures can store heterogeneous value. It can store multiple values of different data types. That is called structure. Then we will see how to declare a structure, how to give uh, different variables, how to access that variable, and where we can use structure. And we will see first what is structure. Structure is a user defined data type. We can give any name, we can give any variable under structure variable. So this is a user defined data type that can be grouped to uh, store multiple values of heterogeneous values. So that is called a structure. Here structure is a non-primitive data type. It contains multiple primitive data types. So one structure can store integer values, character, float, string. That is called primitive data, non-primitive data type. In C programming, structure is a collection of variables of different types under single name. Under one structure variable, we are storing multiple values. For example, student structure. Structure is a student is a structure variable. Example, here the structure variable student can store student initial is a character data type. Student name is a string data type. Student age is an integer data type. Student average mark is a float. So under one variable, structure variable named student, we are storing four values of different data types. That is called structures. Here, when we define or declare a structure, we are using keyword called struct. Struct struct. Keyword is used to define the structure. And structure declaration. The first syntax. Structure variable declared in structure declaration itself. Now we are declaring one structure. Struct is a keyword that is fixed, we cannot change it, followed by structure name, that is user defined variable. We can give any name. For example, struct student, struct book, or struct employees. So we can give any structure variable, so user defined variable name. Open curly brace and closed curly brace. Within this curly brace, we can define multiple variables of different data types. This called variable is called member variable. Variable 1, variable 2, variable 3 is a member of one structure variable, structure name of different data types. So we can add n number of variables of different data types under one variable struct name. And so how to create an instance of variable for one structure? After curly brace, we can give structure variable S1, comma S2, comma S3. For example, student, you take student, structure student, we can create a variable as student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. So like that, we can create a structured variable. This is syntax. In the first syntax type, so the member structure variables are declared after the curly brace. And second one are the same thing. Structure variables are declared after the definition. See here, struct name, data type, member variable 1, 2, 3, like that we can define. Close the curly brace and semicolon. Now we are not creating any structure variable. Just we declared a structure. Then after declaration, after definition, we can declare the variables. For example, struct. Again, we're using the same keyword, struct followed by structure variable name, then variable 1, structure variable 1, structure variable 2. Like that, we can create a structure variable. So in this two syntax, we can see how to define a structures and how to create a variable for structure. That is the syntax of creating structures. We will see one example for both syntax. First example, we are creating struct book. It contains information about the book. For example, integer book number. It can be 10 or 20, it's a whole number. So book number of integer data type. And book name. It is a multiple characters. That is called character array. Char name of 20. Book name maximum of 20 characters. That is char name of 20 is a name string array. Book name is stored under the name. And float price. Price of the book. That can be float, for example, 90.25. That is a book price. That price can accept only float values. So under one structure name book, we have declared three structure member variable: book number of integer data type, book name of string, book price of float. And we closed the curly brace and semicolon. Just we defined the structure book. Then how to create a structure variable for the book. So after that, we use a keyword called struct. Struct followed by structure name book, then followed by structure variable. We can create n number of structure variables. B1 is it can store details of the first book, B1, B2, details of second book, that is book number, name, price of second book. And book 3 is a book number, third book name, and the price of third book. So we have created three structure variable B1, B2, B3. And second example, here the structure variable is created after the structure definition. For example, struct is a keyword, book is a definition. We are declaring the uh, member variable of book, integer book number, character name, float price, and after the curly brace, structure variables are created. So these are the two different syntax. How to declare structure. Structure with structure variable and structure after the defining the structure variable. And what are the components of structures? For example, take struct. Struct is a keyword followed by structure name, that is student. I'm creating one structure for storing student details. So that is called structure name. Here I have created three structure member variable: int roll number, character initial, character name of 20 is a string. So then after the curly brace, we have given structure variables S1, comma S2. This is called structure variables. So in structure contains the keyword struct followed by structure name, then member variables of structure, then how to create a structure variables. So we have four important components in structure. And how to access the member variable. Till now we have seen how to define a structures, how to create a variable. Then next we will see how to give a values to the member variable, then how to retrieve the member variable value. Dot operator, or we can arrow operator. So dot operator and arrow operator. And we will see the syntax of accessing structure member variable. So structure variable, for example, s1 dot name, s1 dot character, s1 dot integer. So we can call the member variables using structure variable using the dot operator. So this is syntax. See the example, struct to student. Student is a structure name. I am creating two structure variable, S1 and S2. Then how to assign the values for first student S1. So S1 dot the member variable or roll number. Again, first student dot initial. Initial is a member variable equal to A. It's a character data type. And S1 dot name is a first structure variable and name is called member variable. So S1 dot name equal to John. So here in the first one, structure variable S1, it can store three values of integer, character, and string. So this is a way of assigning values. For second student, I'm assigning S2 dot second student roll number, second student initial, and second student name. So this is a way of assigning values to the variable. And so how to use arrow operator? Again, structure variable, arrow member variable. Structure variable, arrow member variable 2. Structure variable 3, arrow member variable 3. For example, here I am creating a pointer structure variable. Okay, here I am using the star. Star is a pointer variable. Struct student, I am creating two pointer variable. Structure variable S1 star and S2 star. Then how to assign the value for first student. S1 arrow mark or register number 101, S1 arrow initial, S1 name, the same process of assigning values. So here the thing is how we are creating the structure variable S1 and S2 and how to initialize structure members. Structure members values cannot be initialized within the declaration part. So after the declaration, we can assign the values. Within the declaration part or definition part, the values cannot be assigned to the variable. Just we can declare the member variable for the particular structure variable. When a data type is declared, no memory is allocated. So memory is not allocated, how we can assign the values? Okay, after the when you create a structured variable for add, for example, add, struct add A1, A2, A3. After creating structured variable, the memory is allocated for structured variable and the values can be assigned. So in the definition part, the value cannot be initialized or assigned. So if we assign, it will show the compiler error, cannot initialize member here. So because the memory is not allocated, so we cannot assign in the definition part. And initialize structure members. Initialize structure member variables in three ways. So how to initialize? By using assignment operator equal. So struct name, structure variable. So structure variable dot member variable is equal to value 1. Structure variable dot member variable equal to value 2. Structure variable dot member variable 3 equal to value 3. So struct student, I'm creating two structure variable S1 and S2. So how to assign the value? S1 dot roll number equal to 303, S1 dot name equal to Inia, S1 dot age equal to 7. So I can assign values for S2 also, structure variable S2 also. By using equal operator, we can initialize and assign the value to the structure member variable. And also how we can assign multiple values in one statement by using list operator, curly brace. Member variable value can be added in the list in sequential order as they are declared in the structure definition. For example, the syntax is struct name, structure variable equal to value 1, value 2, and value 3. And for example, take struct book. Book is a structured variable and it has three member variables, book number, name and price. And we have structured variable B1, B2. We are creating two structured variable B1 and B2 for the structured book. And how to assign the values for book 1. So book 1 start book B1 equal to, so book number 400, book name English and floor price. So all the values can be assigned in a single line. And start book 2 500 and maths comma 800. So these are the method to assign values for member variables in a structures. So here take book is a structure name, B1, B2 are structure variable, and book number, name, price are member variable. By using curly brace, we can assign the values for structure member variable. And initialization using designated initializer list. So member values can be added in the list in any order using member variable name. For example, start structure name, structure variable dot member 1 equal to value 1, dot member 2 equal to value 2, dot member 3 equal to value 3. For example, book is a structure and B1, B2 are structured variable, book number, name, price are member variable. So how to assign values using member variable? So I am creating values. Start book B1 equal to dot price. Dot price is a member variable of first book. So first book price is 800. First B1 dot book number is 400 and the book name is English. So like that we can create we can assign values using member variable for particular structure variables. And what are the applications of structures? So we can create a report. For example, we have student mark list, 5 subject marks and student informations. So by using structures, we can create a report, students mark report for n students. For example, first student name, details and 5 subject marks. So we can calculate the total for each student and average for each student. So that is the application of software structure. Here program to generate student mark report using structures. So hash include, we are including the header files and we are creating one structure, struct student. It has three member variable, uh, int roll number, int mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, or 4 variables or integer data type. And we have the name is a string data type because it's a name array 20. So name array means it's a string. It can store string. It's a multiple characters. And float is total and average. So we have declared all member variables and we are creating three structured variables S1, S2, S3. Now I am going to store details for three students S1, S2, S3. And so how we are assigning the values? Start student S1 equal to 1 comma 90. So 1 is a roll number and followed by 3 marks, mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, 90, 85, 90. And the name is, student name is 20. And we are not giving any values for total and the average. The values are initially 0, null value. And so we are getting, and also we are creating second student. So how we are using member variable to assign the values. So dot roll number, dot mark 1, dot mark 2 is another way of assigning values using dot operator member variable. So that can be in any order. And so we are creating the third student using scanf statement. So I'm getting details for three students. First student, we are using list to assign the values. The second one, for second student, we are using member variable to assign the values. And for the third students, we are getting input from the console. So after this, we are calculating the total average for all the three students or all three structured variable. So S1 dot total equal to S1 dot mark 1 plus S1 dot mark 2 plus S1 dot mark 3. So S1 dot average is equal to total S1 dot total by 3. This is the first student report generation. student one report. So we are printing total and average. Like that, second student. So we are using S2 dot total equal to S2 dot mark, S2 dot mark 2, and S2 dot mark 3. So the values are already assigned in the second line. So the values calculated and the values printed on the screen. And for third student, again S3 dot marks plus S3 dot mark 2, all marks are added. That is stored in a total is a member variable of S3 structure variable. So we are finding the average for third students total by 3. So bring the result of third student. Now we are calculating, we are generating the student mark report for 3 students. And in this example, we can see how the values are assigned for S1 as a list and how values are assigned for S2 using member variable. How values are assigned for third student, the input is um, uh, getting from input console. So again, we are finding the total and average for all the 3 students. Again, the same values are printed on the screen. So this is an example of structure. So how to create one structure variable for storing multiple values of different data types. So this is application of structure. Then program to generate linked list using structures. So structure can be used in a normal program or it can be used with a pointer. So I'm defining one structure variable student of with four variables of integer and one variable of character and two variables of float. So I'm creating structure variable for 3 students. S1 for student, S2 structure variable for second student, S3 structure variable for third student. Again, we are using the same method, and the thing is how we are creating using pointers. So thank you.